everybody, and happy October, and all your Libras who are celebrating between October 1st to October the 15th. Happy birthday. So really quick information what's going to happen. I'm going to do a quick Celtic cross, which is going to be clarified with Gypsy Oracle cards, the cards that we need to clarify, and then you can actually ask your question and that I will give you an answer. So any of the three categories. So this also applies for cross watchers, because after all, you're bringing energy to this reading as well. So let's jump right in. Hi Geminis, let's see what's in store for you in this 2-week period. Wow, you have the death. You have 3 majors on the bottom. Something that maybe was stuck, something that you need to rebalance inside of you, some kind of craving, kind of like came to an end. And this is an end with the future attached to it. So it's an end that is saying, guys, you know, transformation is really important, because whatever happened was not the way to go and has to be done differently or with a different person. So let's see what we have. Ace of Pentacles, wonderful. These are kind of like new friendships. This is talking about something long-term, something willing to work really hard. You see, let's kind of peek what is my future opportunity here. I actually like this card because this card resonates with friendships and resonates with people generally, you know, taking like small steps of integration. And there you go, you guys are going to be happy. It's going to be some kind of fun occasion, friendly occasion, and something very spontaneous, something that can result in a great uplifting feeling. Let's see the past. Yay. Stalking, checking. You either checked on somebody or somebody was checking on you, or both. This is talking about getting to the truth, getting to the bottom of something, trying to figure out something, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And sometimes it is just like double checking on people if they say what they say is true. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Somebody didn't want to be a part of the team. As much as like you're right now kind of looking up and smiling, it looks like something maybe just like fell through. Like when 3 of Cups comes, you know, pardon me, 3 of Pentacles, when it comes through, right? It is kind of like bringing to me maybe that you want some kind of rewards, but for these rewards you need somebody else. So hence that's why this actually really talks about, you know, a possible third party, right? So you felt you deserve something and you kind of didn't get it. Maybe somebody just dropped the ball over here. Maybe somebody just like forgot to tell you, and hence you were doing this checking on them. This also can just talk about possible work issues, because now having 2 Pentacles, it could be something happening around your work life. And now keep in mind that when we are on this topic of work, right, you guys are going to have a really interesting time with Jupiter moving into Scorpio on October the 10th, right? Jupiter will be expanding your opportunities and luck in 2 very distinct areas of your life: your work assignments and also matters that relate to your health. So if you have to lose weight, this also can actually signify weight loss and happily gathering. So you will lose weight in a sort of like through organized institution. I don't know, Weight Watchers, Atkins, but you will be belonging into some kind of support group that is going to be really supportive of you. So you have to also figure out maybe which one it is, if this is like a weight loss problem. But whatever you're dealing with health, you have to figure out the best path for you and kind of like build it systematically and joyfully. Something you're going to discover is going to be a lots of fun for you, right? And it's going to be something really good, right? Because this is a monumental move, right? Because this is going to be a lucky turnaround. So not only going to be something that is fun, but you are guys going to end up being really, really, especially in your work assignments, paid well for it. So something to look up to. There it is, going somewhere else, leaving the bad things. Look at this, like troubled waters here, and you're getting to basically the new shores. And this is like that scared look, right? And also this could be you taking a child with you and moving forward to something else, or this could be just your inner child. Something else is kind of being born, because the hope is like that on the other side it's much calmer and it's not going to be the same situation that you're in. So see, we have like the air here, so you're still in your head over something and being defensive on the other things, but this is kind of good defensive. This is like, you know, we humans have pack mentality, and as part of a pack mentality, sometimes you're constrained to how you have to think. Well, religion is one of those really good examples. They make you believe in things that you don't necessarily have to agree. I don't agree that the earth is only 5,000 years old, and nobody will ever make me. So hence, if this is a must, I have to shun the entire religion. This is basically saying that you are going to believe yourself, no matter what this belief applies to. So you will have lots of naysayers. You will have people kind of coming onto you, attacking you, will be coming to you from different directions. And you'll be saying, you know what, I find this kind of works for me. Look at this, my victory is here. And you're defending, maybe sort of like reaching some kind of level. You are defending your position. So you have to know that at some point you will be kind of like moving to something else, and somebody is going to try to push you back to where you were, and you're going to fight for yourself. How will you feel? Wow, look at it. This is 6, this is 7. You kind of backtrack. So what happens in tarot? Tarot is a story about traveling and learning different lessons. Here in 6, we're learning how to be winners. And winners is a great feeling, like when you feel on top of the world and you feel being better than anybody else. That can feel like kind of conquering the new things. But then what happens to winners? They have to defend their winning, like, right? And that's what happens. So you are actually backtracking a little bit, but not really, because this is how you feel and this is kind of your near future. So it looks like you are going to not necessarily stumble, because look at this, is a spiritual journey. You have 2 6s. You were kind of setting your eyes on to get into the better future, and you're getting there. This is a really, by the way, good card. Really enthusiastic card. And this is why I can see how fierce you're going. And this is you guys, these are all cards of Gemini, right? And I can see how insisting you are of trying to stick into this feeling. Keep in mind that this is almost impossible. Tarot is a journey. You don't get to stop. Life keeps going. The world keeps spinning. Even if you're in the same house doing the same thing, it's still another day. So let's see your environment. Holy smoke, there is a third 6 over here. So 666, and that's, by the way, a soulmate, and this is you again. So you will feel open to the other people in this kind of like happy moments and spontaneous moments. You will actually see somebody who is going to capture your attention, or you will have a love offer. So this is really, really good. At the very least, you'll be acknowledged about who you are, and you will be really, this is a really good card, meaning this person kind of sees, you see this light and dark, and there is like a passion, and there is like sort of like a vision, and kind of like cats chasing tail, because things change all the time, even with the same partner. But this is somebody who is going to love you for good and the bad. So let's see your hopes and fears. Yeah, you want the soulmate. You see, these 2 cards rarely come together, rarely. And now that only they came, they come in rarely the same reading. So they came. Unfortunately, this one is reversed, but that's that makes sense, because it's in your category of hopes and fears, right? You hope that this is your soulmate, and you fear it is not, or you fear things are not going to work out, that something embarrassing is going to happen. Maybe, you know, you will feel embarrassed, but you will at the same time feel like this new zest of a new relationship, of just kind of like really moving forward. I see lots of wonderful things over here. Now, don't be clingy. Like, I mean, this is supposed to be really kind of open, not open-ended relationship, not sort of like, unless you really want it. This is a card which kind of relates to this one in this particular reading. That is the Empress. It talks about creativity, it talks about new ideas, it talks about motherhood, it talks about feeling comfort at where you are. It is kind of like a moving point. Well, actually you have like 2 other trees, so that's why we have 3 trees and 3 sixes, which is kind of interesting. But this is reversed, so don't lose your focus of who you are, because this is this ideal person, an ideal woman. If you're a guy, this is your ideal woman, and if you are a woman, this is you, who, like, you have to really open yourself up. This is like still the doors are closed, and I think this is what's going to happen if you fall into this fear. And there is the fear because you obviously had some dealings with somebody who left their imprint on you. You know, we kind of date or be in a relationship with people who basically, you know, do something to us, and then we say, oh, next partner is not going to be like that, and then we find somebody who maybe doesn't have that but has a whole bunch of other things, and so on. So instead of resolving, we keep collecting all these issues, and the list of we don't want becomes longer and longer. And that's why you have a very strong card. Lovers is much stronger than 2 of Cups. Then you still kind of introduce this like pain and doubt, and is this person going to cheat on me? So no, you just cannot go with this. Like, this time you have to realize that, hey, finally it is your time. You can actually win in this situation. So Gemini, let's clarify a few cards. Let's go right to the source. I want to see this negativity. What is hiding behind this? Yeah, the foe or the third person, so that this is left over. Gemini. You have a foe, you have gift, and you have haughtiness. This could be that you are your own worst enemies, and you are not understanding that you are basically taking the gift that life is giving you, and that you're not, maybe not even recognizing, and you see just kind of walking away from something. And this is maybe a pride. This also tells me that maybe it was you who did something, and it is calling for you to remedy that. It's calling of you to kind of like really approach this kind of differently. This also could mean there was a third person who kind of like you feel interfered, and hence now you have this permanent, let's say, damage. You have to spread your basically wings and fly. The peacock doesn't really fly, but peacock is like this proud bird that is like so spectacularly gorgeous and kind of like overshadows. So you kind of like are here a peacock that actually has its feathers kind of like put back together. So you are still not coming to your own glory, and maybe you have to present yourself to another person with everything you actually can offer, because maybe somebody's taking you on a very superficial level, and hence maybe to the others you appear to be clingy, or I don't know, maybe others are clingy onto you. So you kind of have to figure out what is the right thing for you here. So I want to check this Empress here. Empress for Gemini. Look, the Empress is saying, look, kind of like go deep and ask yourself, if you're clinging, why are you clinging? What is the problem? Bounce it off your friends, or be the friend to yourself. You see, are you a friend or are you a foe? And I pretty much feel that this is really relating both to you, that you have to regain hope back in who you are, hope in the process, hope that things will work out. Because it looks to me that the events made you a little bit suspicious of the other people's motives. That suspicion in itself kind of like build some kind of walls where other people are not jumping on this Gemini boat. But you know what? Be strong in who you are. Defend your own beliefs. And you kind of like will get this confirmation from the others in this time period. So just choose to be your own friends and choose to resolve any kind of issues that still are holding you back from being and going in the direction where you should be going. And you are going again in the direction with kind of building something that is going to build slowly over time, but it's going to be really firm and really, really strong. All right, so let's get to your questions, guys. So I'm going to shuffle this deck because I already pulled from the other two. So think of a question that you have and pick one of these piles. So let me just shuffle the third one. Gemini. Okay, the door number 1, the door number 2, or the door number 3. Here, yes, it's going to happen. It's going to be friendship. It's going to be more than friendship. It's going to be a guidance. It's going to feel like a bright star, like the paths will open for you and things will just work out. There is like a time for healing and there's a time for new discoveries. The star is just basically one of those things that it's not feeling like a victor, but it's like feeling like I'm coming to myself. I am feeling hope. I am not going to let things hold me back, right? It's definitely when this card appears, you know that special wish that you actually now wish for yourself will be fulfilled in time. And this kind of card also is the one that shows you that impossible can become possible. And this is sort of like you see the sun that is playing on this table. This is kind of how you are going to feel it on your soul, right? And this card also is a reminder that you should use your natural ability for intuition, not instincts. Instincts is animalistic. Intuition is like something you can tap into. That kind of lifts you up to the basically fourth dimension. And kind of like it's like looking things from the top, from above the mountain, and maintaining a positive attitude must be the key. So keep shining. This is what's going to happen. Let's see here. We have 6 of Pentacles, we have the Moon reversed, and we have 7 of Pentacles reversed. So you see 6 and 7. So for this question, there is like not enough of give and take, because it's going to be some kind of question of debate of, is this really balanced? Am I kind of like getting as much as I'm giving? And you will try to reach some kind of clarity about it. However, the clarity is going to also make you or the other person to simply kind of walk away from it, because 7 of Pentacles means kind of abandoning your goal, and it's just going to look like as a natural kind of ending. So sort of like, okay, there is no happiness in here, and it is maybe time for me to plant my seed elsewhere. And the door number 3, we have the Emperor, the Strength, interestingly 4 and 8, and 6 of Sea. I think you're dealing here with somebody who doesn't want to commit. The question here is, do you really want to be this person? You're like obviously reminiscing about some kind of like really happy events, but check this out, this card. Look at these kitties. They're swimming. Since when cats like to swim? And since when cats have a tiger as their idol? This is saying you're focused to the wrong thing. This is not the best for you guys. This can happen. You can continue, but the truth is, like, when the Emperor shows up, it's asking you that you have to ask yourself, what kind of person I want to be with and why? And do I have the strength to be with somebody who is maybe not living up to the same ideals? So this is really nice, but this could also mean that the question is like about something from the past, somebody who you maybe know for quite a while, or that some events are not as they see, that happened a long time ago, and now basically they're culminating, and hence there is a reason why they don't want to commit. So guys, this is general. Please, for your private reading, contact me via cattarot.ca. And lastly, just join my Facebook. And if you're not a subscriber, please click subscribe, and please like and share. And of course, lastly but not the least, I love to read your comments. And you guys, for some reason, you're the quietest of all the signs, and yet the majority of my orders are from Gemini. It is just like kind of amazing. I always thought you guys are really chatty sign, but hey, I have been proven wrong. So let's see if you can hold on and not to say anything. I challenge you to say something. Love you, Gemini, and I'm looking forward to hopefully hearing from you. Okay, all the best. Love you.